Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel, we love our makeup, but we especially love using the makeup we already own. With that said, we're not here for Instagram fame or TikTok fortune, though I do those things as well. We're just here for real makeup for real life and real people like us. So today's video is an update for my 2022 rolling project pan. This is a project I'm doing all by myself this year, and I have recently rolled my big fat eyeshadow project pan into this one as well. So let's go ahead and start off with those eyeshadows. So if you're new to this project from me, this is my Pan That palette for 2022. It is the Tarte Clay Play Volume 1, and it is one of the oldest palettes in my collection, but still a palette I really enjoy. This month there are no new pans in my palette, but I am still making really good progress. I am currently working on this shade called Sand, and mostly using it to set my eyeshadow primer / start things off in the crease. It's pretty much my skin tone color, but maybe just one shade darker or half a shade darker. I'm also really honing in on this shade down here, which is Stone. It's a really nice warm brown. It works really well all over the lid as sort of a brown smoky eye. And then I tend to blend that out with the first shade in the palette, which is Journey. I would really like to see pan on the shade Stone before next month, as well as on Sand. So I'm going to keep on with those goals. I still need to work on these three over here, as well as this gray shadow. But I have a feeling the gray shadow is not going to surface as a focused shade until a little bit later in the year, just because I don't wear a lot of gray eyeshadow during the summer. I feel good about my progress. I'm still reaching for it regularly and I'm still enjoying it, so that's about all I could ask. And then next, we are still working with a little bit of an experiment on these 4 single shadows. The goal is to use each of these 10 times before rolling it out and putting a new eyeshadow in its place, unless I want to keep working on it or keep working toward pan. So far, this shade down here, this little ColourPop single, well, it's not a single, it came from the Kathleen Lights and Dream Street palette. I've used that one 2 times total, which I feel like I've used it more than that, but that's what I have recorded, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Next, this peachy shade up here is Sydney Grace Peyton's Puppy, and I have used that one 6 times so far, so I'd like to see that one roll out next month. And then in terms of the two, the purple and the pink shimmer that I rolled in at the last update, I have used both of them 0 times. I'm pretty sure that I've used this pink shade. It's depotted from the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm pretty sure I used it as an inner corner one day, but again, it didn't get recorded. So that's where we are with that. Hopefully I'll have more progress to share with you next month. So the first product that I want to talk about, we have a little progress on this one. It is my Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush Mini in the shade Party. And at the last update, I had it weigh in at 17.83 grams. Today, it weighed in at 17.70 grams with about 4 uses. But on the 23rd of May, I did repress this. So this is what it looks like now. It just was getting kind of difficult to get enough product on my brush to apply. And also, once you tend to repress things things tend to go a lot quicker. So I'm hoping that maybe I could be close to finishing this by the end of June. I feel like I have to layer this up or build it up a lot more than I used to. So I'm glad that I am working toward finishing it up because it's just not performing the same. In terms of my Hourglass powder, I really only used it a couple of times, 2 that I have recorded since the last update. The goal on this one is to use it 50 times. I'm currently at 20 uses. So again, I'd like to see this, you know, have a lot more uses before the next update. The problem with this one, however, is that it's not really great for my oily skin for the warmer months, which we are definitely in here in northern Colorado. So I don't know, it's going. I did use this a couple of times this month just to set my eyeshadow primer, but if I continue to do that, then I'm not working on this shade in my Pan That palette, so we'll see. I'm sure I can figure it out, maybe for touch-ups or something like that. The next product is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Powder. I have no additional progress on that one from last month because it is just not good for my oily skin right now. So I didn't weigh it or anything this month. What I'm going to do is just keep that in my bullet journal, but not really focus in on it until we get into the cooler weather of fall. And then we'll see how it goes. And I did roll in a new powder sort of in its place, but something that I'm hoping will work much better for summer. Next is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. The goal is to hit pan on this one. I definitely don't think I'm anywhere close to pan, but I do feel pretty good about the progress I made in the last month. I have recorded that I used it 6 times. Last month it weighed in at 53.90 grams, and this month it weighed in at 53.48 grams. And you know, best of all, I'm still just really enjoying this product. I have no problem reaching for it. I love it to go over my cream bronzer, whatever that may be for the day, and it's just a really good product. I don't get sick of it. I love it. I mean, hopefully that will continue to be the case until I hit pan on it, but we'll just have to see. One that I was just so stinking close to hitting goal on this month was my Clinique Flower, what is it? Clinique Powder Pop Flower Highlighter in the shade Lunar Pop. And I just love this thing. I am wearing it today. It is absolutely stunning. I'm really glad that I've had this time with this. I do, however, have 3 more uses out of the 22 uses that I set my goal for left. So this will be done, or the goal will be met in just a few days. So I do have one that I'll roll in here in a moment. Also, at the last update, I rolled in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Radiant Blush Kit. I've had this in my collection for such a long time, and I really do like the formula of these blushes. So the goal is for me to use each blush 5 times, and then I will roll something else in. I will tell you that this first shade I have used 3 times. This second peachy shade I've used twice, and then this one and this one I have each used 1 time. So I don't know, maybe I can do it before next month, maybe not, we'll see. I had a lot of new makeup come into my collection in the month of May because of Mother's Day, and you know, like my shopping issue, TikTok. So we'll see what happens, but I am just glad to be getting use out of that one. Let's talk about our roll-ins. First, the powder that I'm rolling in place of the Flower Beauty one is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I have mine in the shade 130 True Beige. Looks like so. I do have this on today. I'm much more matte in person than I appear on camera, as always. However, my goal is not going to be to hit pan on this one as it was with the Flower Beauty powder, because this is pretty much brand new and I really just kind of want to dig around in my powder collection to just get to know things better. So the goal is for 22 uses and the starting weight is 55.66 grams, and I currently have 2 uses on this, including today. And lastly, the highlighter that I will roll in place of the Clinique Flower Pop powder, whatever, is a highlighter that I have been wanting to work on hitting pan in for some time. I'm very curious to see how long or how many uses it will take for me to actually hit pan, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. This is limited edition, though I do believe it's still available, and I just really love this. It's such a soft but stunning formula, and the shade of this is just like everything that I love to wear. It's peachy, it's champagne, it's a little golden, and I think it's going to be perfect for the summer months to work on. And the starting weight is 138.47 grams. So that is what I have for you guys today. Let me know down below how your project pans are going. How do you think I'm doing? What do you think of the products that I rolled in or rolled out or just putting on hold for now? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate your time as always. If you did enjoy today's video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing before you leave. That way you won't miss out on any of my future videos. Also, don't forget to go check me out over on Instagram and TikTok. I always have new additional content going up over there, and if you're interested in supporting my channel in any way, I also have a Patreon, which is always linked in my description box down below. But with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video very, very soon.